All right, excellent, guys. We're now going to move on to one of my personal favourites, and I was lucky enough to have this make it to the front of the Qualatex magazine here in Australia. So I'm going to make my boxing kangaroo, which was inspired from Florida Super Jam this year. All right, so let's start with our 6-inch blush heart and our 5-inch black. Now I want the nozzle on the black to be quite low, because I want to have that extra bit to connect. And with your 6-inch heart, I want it tied quite high and nicely softened. So we're only just starting to sort of see the lobes at the top. All right, and now we're going to create a frumple twist. Do make sure you've got a little bit of scrap balloon with you, because we're going to lock it in at the back. So let's grab, so it's nozzle to nozzle. We're going to push that through. I want you to basically grab it right in between the lobes at the back. Once you grab those knots, nicely twist it, pick up a bit of scrap, and I want you to wrap that around. Now, I've watched some people don't tie it off. I like to make a knot at the back, because I want to make sure that obviously that doesn't come undone. Alright, and for safety, if you want, just do a double knot straight away. Leave at least one side of that scrap. I'm just going to trim it a little bit, but we want to have that now, that bit of scrap there, as our connection point. So we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to keep building. Alright, let's pick up our Mocha 260, leaving about 5 fingers underinflated on this one. And look, just half fill up your white 260. We're not going to use all of it. This is just really for the eye structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie them together. And I'm going to make sort of 2 bubbles, 4 to 5 fingers. Come back down, marry it up, match it up. I'm just going to take the nozzle of my white and lock that around. And then I'm just for safety, I am going to just lock in and make a 1-inch pinch twist. Grab your white, come on down, and make sure that is the same size as the other one. Now we don't need any more white, so we can just break that off and wrap it in or tie it off. So we should have this structure so far. And then I'm just going to make, by the pinch twist, I'm going to make 2 3 to 4 finger loop twists, which are just going to create the cheeks of my kangaroo. Alright, so that's what we should have at this stage. Let's grab our muzzle, and with the lovely scrap at the back that we've still got hanging off there nicely, I'm going to push it up nicely towards my cheeks, using my body as well, and I'm going to wrap that around my pinch twist at the back, really nice and tight. If you've got any extra scrap that's hanging off, just get rid of it. That's what we should have. Put that to the side. We're going to grab our 160 mocha, and I'm just going to make my ears. So I've inflated these, leaving about a hand's width. You don't need that much. We're not going to use all of it. So let's make 2, definitely for my hand, it's a good hand width, 2 loops. Alright, I'm just going to break off the rest and I'm going to tie. These are going to be our kangaroo ears. And we just want to very gently manage it through our eye socket here. So gently as she goes. Now would not be a good time to pop. position. So that's where we're up to at the moment. Again, I'm going to put that down to the side. I'm going to finish off the face structure before we work on the body. I'm going to pick up 160 chocolate. Let's get my colours right. And we're just going to add a little bit of an eyebrow. So I'm just going to grab the nozzle. I've only half inflated that. We really don't need all. I'm going to use the nozzle, and again, I'm going to wrap it around that lovely cheek situation that we've created. I'm just going to tuck it in slightly on the side, because I don't want him to have too much of a monobrow. Nicely softening as I go. Basically want to create that situation there. So when I'm happy with my positioning, I'm just going to break it off and tie it. Alright, so if all has gone well, this is what we're up to. So we're now going to start working on the body. I know we've still got the eyes to put in, but we'll put that in a little bit. That's usually my finishing touch. So we've got this spare bit left over, and we're going to use that for part of our body. So I want you to come down basically from the pinch twist at the back, sort of 3 fingers, give or take, because we want to make sure his neck's not too low. I am just going to put in 2 1-inch pinch twists. So we've got that. Now I'm going to come down about a hand's width. I'm going to make another 1-inch pinch twist. And leave the rest for my tail. And this is where the fun begins. I used to use a 5-inch round to do my bellies. Now, obviously with the quick links, well, so much quicker. So we're going to take the knot of our 6-inch quick link blush. I'm going to take the knot, I'm going to lock it in right around my 2 pinch twists of my neck. I'm going to grab this other lovely little adapter and push my balloon nice and close to the knot, and I'm going to wrap that in tightly around the pinch twist at the bottom. Alright, let's put that to the side. Alright, let's start the arm structure now. So grab another 160 mocha brown, leaving about 3-finger tail, uninflated. Always like to shape my arms before I start, because it gives me a good gauge, obviously, to where I think the elbow is going to be. So, I'd say this is about 6 inches, give or take. So, I've just made a little bend. I'm going to twist that off. It's going to be my one hand. And I'm going to lock that in nicely into the pinch twist. Now, before I go doing the other arm, I love to just cover up this area there between the 260 and the quick link. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to nicely just place that all the way around, hiding my little pinch twist at the bottom as well. And I'm going to lock it into the other side, just around the pinch twist. All right. Measure up his other arm so it's approximately the same size. And we don't need any more. Break it off. Tie. So it gives him just a lovely shape going around his body. All right, let's add the boxing gloves. So we're going to need 2 5-inch reds. Again, just slightly underinflated because I want a bit of room, because what we're going to do is we're just going to twist it off sort of 2/3, 1/3, because I want to give the effect of the bigger hand, and then of course where the thumb is. And I'm just going to pinch twist the smaller part. As simple as grabbing the knot to your arm and just twisting that knot in a couple of times. And we have boxing glove number 1. Let's do the same with the other side. Alright, He's looking good, ready to rock and roll. Just needs some legs. So let's move on to the legs. Grab another 260 Mocha Brown. Obviously this kangaroo can be done in any colours. I'm going to leave this about, again, a hand's width uninflated, and we're just going to make his feet. So let's start with about a 1 inch twist, followed by a 3 to 4 finger bubble. Obviously don't let go. And we're just going to have 2 1 inch pinch twists at the end. And fold it against. We want to marry that up and make that the same size. Now I'm going to do, again, about a hand's width loop, followed by another 4 finger bubble and a pinch twist, and we're going to slide that through. So we should have that. Go ahead and grab another 260 Mocha and repeat the process. Alright guys, so we've got both our legs. Let's now attach it to our boxing kangaroo. So I'm going to grab the one, obviously make sure our legs are facing both ways so we have them correct. So I'm going to take the one that has the extra bit, and I'm going to put it through, I want to thread it between the 160 here and the 260, and in between the quick link. So grab that extra bit, gently pull through, position your foot where you feel you've hit about the right spot. Just twist it off, and I want you to attach it to that pinch twist there and lock it in. When you feel you've got it in a good spot and your legs are nicely positioned, I want you to just to break off the remaining. We're going to tie that off because we just want to make sure it doesn't come undone. And obviously if you've got any extra bits of balloon, do trim off. Straighten him up so he's all looking good. Alright. He's ready to rock and roll. So just having a look at that leg structure. I first saw this leg structure, it was done by Jeff Hayes, amazing Australian balloon artist, and I think it's really cool because it fits in perfectly with the structure of the legs of the kangaroo. So thank you, Jeff Hayes. Alright, last finishing touch, we just want to put the eyes on. Let's grab a little bit of 160 black. I like to have a tail on both ends. So just a small bubble, which we're going to split in half, hopefully correctly in half, so our eyes are the same size. And once we've split it, rolled it a couple of times, I'm going to tie those together, and then we're going to pinch them. So twist them, pinch them off, so we have that. Now again, nice and carefully, what I want to do is I'm going to bring those through from the front, and I'm going to pull them out the other end, the back of my head. So I have, scrape that out. So I have both pieces in my hand, and what I'm going to do is that lovely little pinch twist, which we've used many times to wrap things around, we're going to use it again. So pull it nice and tight. Bring it down and just wrap without obviously pinching and bursting that pinch twist, and just locking it in. Any extras, guys, just trim off. And position. He's ready to rock and roll. And there we go. One boxing kangaroo. Obviously, add a little bit of artwork for the face. but he is destined to get the wow factor, I think, anywhere that you make him. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Hop to it, start making some of these quick designs.